what is sparking commitment and dedication in this industry right now when things are really difficult? Like, what do you turn to? And then secondly, for the guys who've been around the block, like, what have you done? Because you've been through multiple cycles. What have you done throughout those cycles to maintain that motivation and just keep on chugging? So whoever wants to take that first.
I'd love to get my horrible advice out of the way before, we let the masters go to work. But I remember when I was coming to the end of my time as a pastor, right? That is all at that point, all I'd done. I quit college to start being in ministry. And so everything I thought I was a pastor. And that was what I believed my calling was God has called me to be a pastor. And so now the realization of, oh my gosh, is everything I've been being ripped away from me, or I'm choosing to have it taken away from me? And what I had to go through was God showing me that, Kyle, what you're dedicated to, you've called being a pastor, but it's really to love and serve people. And so what I had to realize in that season of life, and then in every other season, as I've started new businesses and moved from real estate clients to mortgage clients, and is that what I'm truly called to is to love and serve people. And the mechanism by which God uses to allow me to do that, that may change, but I've got to always stay focused on what my core principle is, which is to love and serve people, to leave people better than I find them. And so what does that mean to our people watching and listening? You may be on here and you've been in mortgage for 20 years. And man, the mortgage piece is just burning you out. But guess what? There's still men and women and families that need what you have. And so maybe we need to make the dedication going back to the needs of the people versus the mechanism that serves the need.
Love it.
If any of that makes sense.
Makes all sense.
It all makes sense. And you got to stop apologizing for your advice and lack of wisdom.
Maybe by episode 10, I'll feel less.
It's nonsense. Stop it. You're awesome. And I could listen to you all day. And I'm glad that I had the opportunity to listen to you just now. If you want to bring it down a level, I think I mentioned this before, but years ago, I was told to put together a Y file. I want to show it to you. Like, that's my Y file. And the truth of the matter is, I kind of stopped filling it up a couple of years ago, but just to give you an idea, it's just full of cards and letters and printed emails, and we would all have those. But Daniel Harkavy, the founder of Building Champions, told me to do this years ago. He said, you're going to have, months where people are just going to make a whole lot more money than you. And you have to remind yourself as to why you're in the business. And so I would say the same thing to you. If you're a mortgage originator right now, or you're a realtor and you're struggling, and this is not the September you were looking at, because July is going to create our September income, right? Start taking note of those thank yous. You're all getting them. People are connecting to you via text or direct message. You just got to, do snapshot and print it out, throw it in a file, keep it someplace. I'm a old school physical guy. You could do it digitally. And one other idea that came from Lori Richardson. Some of you know Lori in Denver, but she years ago in her break room inside her office. Remember bricks and mortar? Remember when people used to go to an office? She used to have all of that stuff up on the walls so that everybody, her processor, her assistant, everybody that was with her marinated in the goodness that they were doing. And I just think for us in home ownership right now, in the business of home ownership, there's so much love that comes at us. Sometimes we've got to just find a way to just marinate. I don't know a better word. It's like throwing a steak or chicken in a baggie with some goodness and just zipping it up, right? We got to focus on the goodness.